Hello, this is Dr. William Thomas, PhD. Did you ever wonder about current issues that seem to get lost in a world of woke politics and political disinterest? Dive with us into the tumultuous issues that are overlooked, often intentionally, by the mainstream press and politician, and while unsettling, are paramount to our own national and personal survival. In this episode, we will examine the topic, using social network analysis, SNA, to identify drug cartels. Social network analysis, SNA, is a methodological approach that examines the relationships and structures within networks, particularly focusing on how entities, whether individuals, organizations, or other social agents, interact with one another. In the context of drug cartels, regardless of geographical location, social network analysis can be a powerful tool for law enforcement and intelligence agencies aiming to dismantle these complex networks. By analyzing the patterns of connections, social network analysis allows authorities to identify the key players, uncover hidden relationships, and assess the operational dynamics of drug cartels, which often operate through decentralized structures. Recently, social network analysis has seen significant application in counter-terrorism operations, notably by agencies such as the US military, where SNA was used to identify and disrupt terrorist cells in both Afghanistan and Iraq, leading to enhanced internal chaos and removal of key leadership by more terminal methods. Researchers have utilized social network analysis techniques to evaluate the relationships between terrorist groups, their financiers, and potential recruits. Understanding these interactions has proven essential for developing targeted intervention strategies and anticipating shifts in operational behavior. Just as with drug cartels, the intricate webs of alliances and rivalries in terrorist networks can be mapped and analyzed to improve the efficiency of intelligence operations. The fundamental mechanics of social network analysis involve the creation of visual representations of networks through nodes, representing individuals or groups, and edges, the connections between them. Each connection can be weighted or categorized based on the nature or strength of the relationship, allowing for nuanced analysis that highlights key leaders, vulnerable points, and influential connections that could be leveraged to disrupt illicit activities. Several tools and methodologies are employed in social network analysis, including qualitative interviews, data mining, and software that specializes in visualizing network data. In addition, other tools give a better visualization and understanding of complex networks. These tools include open source intelligence, aka OSINT, and human intelligence, aka HUMINT, stand out for their practical application in real-world scenarios. Open source intelligence encompasses publicly available information, social media activity, news reports, public records, that can illuminate the interactions and behaviors of cartel members. For example, analyzing social media networks may reveal associations that parallel those of known cartel members or point to emerging alliances between rival factions. Human intelligence, on the other hand, relies on human interactions and insights gathered from informants or individuals with inside knowledge of the cartels. This type of intelligence can be instrumental in triangulating the findings derived from open source intelligence and providing contextual detail that is vital for drawing accurate conclusions. When investigating drug cartels, social network analysis can lead to significant breakthroughs through its detailed mapping capacity. For instance, when law enforcement agencies gather information about known cartel leaders, they can identify their associates through both open source intelligence and human intelligence. By aggregating this data into a visual network, authorities can quickly see which individuals are central to the operation and which relationships are more peripheral. This mapping can also help identify cartel members who may be at risk of cooperation with authorities, thus offering avenues for infiltration or informant development. One of the most critical aspects of social network analysis is its ability to uncover covert relationships that may not be immediately apparent. By analyzing communication patterns, financial transactions, and social interactions, social network analysis can reveal hidden connections that escape basic investigative techniques. For illustration, if an individual is found to be communicating extensively with multiple known cartel operatives, it may indicate their role as a broker or facilitator within the network. By focusing investigative resources on these nodes, authorities can prioritize targets that have the potential for yielding more significant disruptions to the cartel's operations. Moreover, social network analysis can support predictive modeling by analyzing past behaviors and patterns to infer future actions. This is particularly vital in a domain like drug trafficking, where cartels operate with high adaptability and often change strategies to circumvent law enforcement efforts. By understanding how cartels have historically responded to pressure, authorities can anticipate potential shifts and proactively adapt their strategies to preempt these changes. Several recent case studies illustrate the successful application of social network analysis in identifying drug cartels. One notable operation involved the analysis of intercepted communications among cartel members, which, when analyzed through social network analysis techniques, showcased a structure resembling a corporate entity, with well-defined roles and responsibilities. Additionally, real-time monitoring of social media data yielded insights into emergent threats, helping law enforcement agencies stay ahead of evolving cartel dynamics. The integration of social network analysis with other intelligence methodologies can maximize its effectiveness. For example, combining social network analysis with geographic information systems, GIS, can add an essential spatial component to the analysis, allowing investigators to track movements and locate hotspots of cartel activity. Similarly, linking social network analysis findings to financial transaction data can help unravel money laundering schemes that are vital to cartels' operations. Let's shift emphases for a moment and explore the intelligence collection activity known in the trade as pocket litter. The concept of pocket litter typically refers to the seemingly trivial but often revealing information that individuals carry with them, such as receipts, notes, or any other small items that can provide insights into behaviors, associations, or activities. In the context of open source intelligence, pocket litter can be extended to encompass digital artifacts, information gleaned from social media profiles, online behaviors, digital communications, and other forms of readily accessible data that individuals emit or leave behind as they interact with the world. This pocket litter can be instrumental in the analysis of drug cartels when combined with social network analysis in identifying and targeting drug cartels. Pocket litter can provide intelligence on operational patterns, personal associations, and financial transactions that, when analyzed through social network analysis, can reveal the underlying structure and dynamics of these illicit networks. Here's how pocket litter, grounded in open source intelligence, can work with SNA to enhance intelligence operations against drug cartels. First, let's consider the digital artifacts that might constitute pocket litter in the context of drug trafficking. This can include social media posts, geotagged photos, call logs, text messages, and even online payments or purchases linked to the drug trade. For instance, if cartel members post pictures on social media showcasing extravagant lifestyles, luxury cars, expensive watches, and lavish parties, this information can be assembled into a broader narrative of wealth accumulation tied to illegal activities. When these digital pieces of information are aggregated, open-source intelligence can identify patterns in behavior. For example, a series of posts by an individual may show them frequently interacting with known cartel members. By cross-referencing these interactions, such as through likes, comments, or direct messaging, investigators can start to chart a social network. This is where SNA comes into play, as it permits the mapping of relationships and connections derived from these social interactions. Each cartel associate becomes a node in the network, and the interactions between them serve as the edges. This process can be further enhanced by analyzing the content of the communications themselves. Pocket litter, when sourced from chat logs or social media messages, can reveal crucial insights into the nature of relationships. A brief message that mentions a vacationing relative or uses coded language may signify logistical discussions related to drug trafficking. By employing social network analysis, analysts can connect these discussions to identify central figures in the network, the flow of information, and the points of vulnerability within the cartel's operation. Moreover, financial transactions can serve as pocket litter that provides a window into cartel operations. Transactions or online payment platforms or bank transfers can uncover pathways for money laundering, providing open-source intelligence that complements the structure established by social network analysis. By creating a visual representation of these transactions, where a picture truly can be worth 1,000 words, social network analysis can highlight who is financially connected to whom, thus revealing not only the key players in the cartel, but also their financial backers or support networks. Another critical aspect is geolocation information. The places where cartel members gather or frequently check in can also serve as pocket litter. Through open-source intelligence, law enforcement can map out trending locations, such as certain bars, restaurants, or clubs known to be patronized by cartel members. By inputting this data into social network analysis software, authorities can visualize and analyze these locations to determine how they correlate with the activities of known cartel members, potentially uncovering meeting places and logistical hubs critical to their operations. Combining pocket litter and social network analysis allows for the formation of a multifaceted intelligence profile of individual cartel members and the organization as a whole. As analysts visualize the social networks and the nature of the interactions, they gain deeper insights into their operational strategies, possible weaknesses, and shifts in dynamics that could be exploited for law enforcement initiatives. For example, if a pending power struggle is identified through changes in interaction patterns, targeted interventions can focus on those individuals vying for leadership positions, potentially destabilizing the cartel's structure. Additionally, leveraging pocket litter for predictive analysis can aid in preempting cartel movements. By maintaining continuous surveillance over the digital breadcrumbs left by cartel members, patterns can emerge that indicate when a new shipment is due, when a hit might be ordered if turf wars might escalate, or the right time for intelligence communities to agitate, stir the pot, so to speak, of one cartel group against another. These projections, those in the business like to call this analysis, can be visualized through social network analysis to track emerging threats and facilitate timely and strategic law enforcement responses. Overall, the integration of pocket litter derived from open-source intelligence with the systematic methodologies of social network analysis provides law enforcement agencies with a potent combination in their efforts to identify and dismantle drug cartels. The ability to gather seemingly insignificant details and connect them into cohesive networks not only enhances intelligence gathering capabilities, but also provides a strategic advantage in disrupting the often elusive structures that drug cartels operate within. Understanding these networks in depth gives authorities a crucial edge in combating organized crime where traditional tactics may fall short. In conclusion, social network analysis serves as a transformative tool in the fight against drug cartels by enabling law enforcement to identify key players, uncover nuanced relationships, and anticipate shifts in cartel behavior. By leveraging open-source intelligence and human intelligence, authorities can harness detailed network mappings to create actionable intelligence. Moving forward, the dynamic interplay of social network analysis with emerging technological advancements will only enhance its potential to adapt and confront the evolving challenges posed by organized crime and drug trafficking networks. If you enjoyed this short presentation, be sure to click on the like and subscribe buttons. Also, click on the CR code to leave a gratuity, which is always appreciated and supports this project. This is Dr. William Thomas saying goodbye and good hunting.